Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another installment of In the Dirt, right here on YouTube. My name is Tim Baltz. Glad you could join us once again. And we had a lot of racing to cover this past weekend, but first we want to acknowledge some great people that have been here with us in 2023. First of all, Disaster RX DKI, Rito Acres Campground, Draper Doors, and Alexandria Home Hardware. As we mentioned, a lot of racetracks getting some 2 and some 3-day weekends in, and a lot of racetracks wrapping up their 2023 seasons. We got a lot of results to cover. Remember, like and subscribe if you've not done so already. Stick around. You're watching In the Dirt. Come right back.
Rito Acres is the place to be.
Rito Acres Campground is taking reservations for fall and the 2024 camping season now. Kingston's best camping destination with overnight camping available all fall. Fall is a beautiful time to come camp at the gated community in historic Kingston, Ontario. And it's never too early to book your favorite site for the 2024 camping season. Just 10 minutes to downtown Kingston and 1 kilometer off the 401. Great fall fishing on Colonel by Lake, part of the world-famous Rideau Canal water system of lakes and locks. Contact RitoAcres.com or 613-546-2711.
Welcome back to In the Dirt. Remember, like and subscribe if you've not done so already. We certainly do appreciate that support. Well, as we talked about before we went to break, a lot of racetracks having 2 and some 3-day weekends, so let's get right down to the action, shall we? At the Brighton Speedway this past weekend, it was the Apple Fest Shootout. It started off with Apple's Eve on Friday, September the 22nd. The Dirt Car Sportsmen were there for a special event, and Cody McPherson picked up the checkered flag, his 5th Apple Fest Shootout feature win over Bobby Harrington and William Racine. Canadian and UMP Modifieds had a dash there, and Ronnie Wadforth collected the win over Adam Turner and Doug O'Blennis. Crate Late Models, they also had a dash as well, and Kyle Sopaz was the winner over Brandon Mowat and Steve Baldwin. Mini Stocks duel in the dirt, it was Carter Rhodes over Caleb Severin and Cole Abrams. Thunderstock feature went to Brock Gregory over Tyler French and Justin Ramsey. The Dirt Car 358 Modifieds were in town, and they were practicing for the Apple Fest Shootout the next day. They had a dash for cash as well, and Jonathan Ferguson collected the win over Gary Lindbergh and Kyle Dingwall, all of them former Apple Fest Shootout champions. The Brighton Speedway was back for day number 2 of Apple Fest weekend. The Dirt Car 358 Modified Division was on hand, and Chris Raby backed up his win from a year ago, collecting the checkered flag in the 75-lap $5,000 to win show over Eric Rudolph and Gary Lindbergh. Dirt Car Sportsman Cody McPherson swept the weekend again, collecting the Dirt Car Sportsman checkered flag over Brennan Moore and Gabriel Sear. The great crate race for the crate late models took center stage after that. It was Charlie Sandercock, multi-time track champion there, picking up the win. Ryan Lambert and Kyle Sopaz filled out the podium. In Thunderstocks, it was Mike Lucas. Open Comp 4 show was Tommy Bailey. In the Canadian UMP Modified Division went to Ronnie Wadforth. Albany, Saratoga, it was the multi-massive weekend on September the 22nd. The Dirt Car 358 Modifieds took center stage on Friday night. Matt Williamson, his second series win of the season over Mike Mahaney and track regular Mark Johnson. Dirt Car Sportsman Series was on hand. It was the Buff Brothers 1-2, Andrew over Zach, with Cedric Govro defending race winner coming home third. Dirt Car Pro Stocks, they had the Autism Awareness $10,500 to win show. Chad Jessio, track champion, picked up the victory over Nick Stone and Luke Horning. In the Street Stocks, it was Dan Madigan and Adam Montville collected the 4-cylinder feature. Albany, Saratoga was back for the Malta-massive weekend on Saturday, September the 23rd. Despite the rain delay, the tribute to Kenny Tremont went on, and Super Dirt Car Series action was won by Stuart Friesen, his 4th series win there at Malta over Felix Waugh and James Meehan. Both drivers collected their career best series finishes. And as I mentioned, it was a tribute to Kenny Tremont as he took his final 115 laps around the Albany-Saratoga Speedway, coming home in position number 10 after starting deep in the field that night. Tremont, a stellar career, 13 track titles and 81 career feature wins at the Malta Oval. It was great to see him in victory lane after the race was over, and he was all smiles after his final race. Congratulations, Kenny, and congrats on a great career. Other action taking center stage at the Malta Oval, it was Luke Horning collecting the Dirt Car Pro Stock checkered flag over Kim Duell and Pete Stefanski. Limited Sportsman checkered flag went to Chase Zimmer. Autodrome Drummond, they had 2 days of racing action featuring the Sportsman Division. William Racine collected the win on Saturday, September 23rd over Sam Charlin and Cedric Govro. Lightning Sprints went to Etienne Arpin. The Open Semi-Pro feature they had there went to Martin Thibert. The Midget Speedster Division went to Carl Labonte. Leah Jean Lozier picked up the Junior Slingshots. It was Jacob Nadeau in the Senior Slingshot Division. Moving over to day number 2 on September the 24th on Sunday, William Racine sweeps the weekend at Autodrome Drummond, his 9th win of the season there over Raphael Goujon and Donovan Lucier. Pro Stock feature Mark Lalone continues to shine, picking up his 11th win of the season overall and his first of the year at Drummond over Bruno Cyr and Francois Adam. Open Semi-Pro, Martin Thibert, he sweeps the weekend in that division. Anthony Laflamme was the winner in Sport Compact. The Midget Speedsters went to veteran Pierre Hebert. Anthony Boissonneau was the Junior Slingshot winner. Jacob Nadeau sweeps the weekend in Senior Slingshot, and Helene Gravel in the Outlaw Senior Kart division. Moving on to the Barridge Speedway, Jason Gray picked up the 100-lap Dirt Car Sportsman feature over Josh Sun and Max Dolliver. Dirt Car Sportsman Coops, it was Todd Hayward over Bob Shepard and Tim Hodge. Dirt Car DMA Midgets, it was Justin Sheridan over Manny Diaz and Will Hall. The Stocker Division, it was Mike McClay picking up the win over Pat Wheeler and Dustin Towell. The Ridge Runner Division went to Spencer Braley, and they had a 4- and 6-cylinder Enduro over there at Bear Ridge. It was Kevin LaForest collecting the checkered flag. Genesee Speedway, an emotional night for them. It was the Kyle Inman Memorial for the Sportsman Division, and Cameron Tuttle collected the checkered flag, a track regular there over Brett Senek and Kyle Richner. Clayton Downs Memorial Late Model feature went to Bryce Davis over Jason Grenko and Jason Knowles. Pro Mod feature went to Steve Dixon, J.D. Chamberlain victorious in Street Stocks. The Mini Stock Division had a doubleheader, and Donald Newton Jr. picked up both ends of that event, and the Enduros went to Donovan CV. Devil's Bowl Speedway in Vermont, they crowned 2023 track champions over there. In the Sportsman Modified Division, it was Frank Horde III picking up the win over Billy Lucier and Vince Quinville. Veteran Tim Leduc collected the track championship. Limited Sportsman Randy Ryan collected the victory and the track championship. Alex Lane and Freddie Little were the top 3 there. Novice Sportsman, it was Bobby Holtz over Pat Miner and Randy Edson. Tyler Travis was crowned the track champion. 500cc mini sprints went to Logan Dennis. He also claimed the track championship there over Raymond Hansen and John Smith. The mini stock division went to Jacoby Alger over Levi Cram and TJ Knight. It was Brian Blake collecting that divisional title. In the Crown Vic division went to Norm Morrill over Chad Merrill and Jackson Ducharme. Rob Steele was dominant this year in that division, collecting the track championship. Outlaw Speedway, they had the big block modifieds there, and Super Matt Shepard, win number 27 on the season for Matt Shepard over the Dr. Danny Johnson and Michael Maresca. Craig Crooker was victorious in the Sportsman Division over Chris Fisher and Kenny Peoples. Empire Super Sprints were in town, and Jordan Thomas collected the checkered flag over Dylan Swarnick and Jared Zimbardi. Other action, the Street Stock feature went to Shane Wolf. Mark Minitolo in Hobby Stocks, and the 4-cylinder feature went to Ray Heyer. So, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up all the racing action that happened this past weekend. Remember, like and subscribe if you've not done so already, as we are going to come back. We got a lot of racing action still to cover that's coming up in the next few weeks at your local racetrack, and some major events as well. Stick around. You're watching In the Dirt.
Draper Doors is your garage door and retractable screen experts. For sales, service, and installation of garage doors, electric door openers, retractable screens, or custom doors, it's Draper Doors. Draper Doors offers 24-hour service at 613-544-2269. If you're replacing your garage door of any size, call for a quote today at 613-544-2269. Remember, call Draper Doors if you can't get it up. Alexandria Home Hardware is your home and garden headquarters. Come in for all our fall deals of both inside and outside your home, your office, or your new building project. We've got lumber, and right now it's at the lowest price in a long time. Be sure to check our Home Hardware Savings Flyer every week for price-saving specials. Come into our garden center and see the huge selection of fall deals. Our friendly staff is here to assist you for all your shopping at Alexandria Home Hardware. Don't forget you can shop 24 hours a day online at Home Hardware.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to In the Dirt right here on YouTube. Remember, like and subscribe if you've not done so already. We certainly do appreciate that support. And as we talked about before we went to break, a lot of racing action still to go at your local short track. A lot of racetracks are wrapping up their 2023 seasons or have already wrapped up their seasons. But I know a lot of people like to travel in the months of October, so let's get right down to it and see what's happening at a track near you. The Brighton Speedway, we are off there until the 15th annual Dirt Outlaw Apparel King Edward Auto Parts Fall Nationals. We'll have more information in the weeks to come on that event. The Brighton Speedway, their regular season action is all done, but they've got a lot of smashing and crashing to do over there. On September the 30th, it's Eve of Destruction night over there, and a lot of racing action going on. Check this out. School bus races, demolition derby, a 100-lap enduro, juniors and ladies races, a flagpole race. I don't know how to explain that one. You just got to show up and watch it. They're also going to have a trailer race. That's pretty well self-explanatory as well. 1 o'clock start time over there at the Brighton Speedway this coming Saturday night. The Mohawk International Raceway, they're not racing until October the 6th, where they have the 358 Modifieds, the Sportsman Pro Stock, Limited Sportsman, and Mini Stocks as well, and more information on that in the weeks to come. Cornwall Motor Speedway, same thing with them. They have a triple header weekend coming up in the first week of October. We'll get more information on that as the weeks go by. As the RPM Speedway, they have a triple header weekend coming up as well on September the 28th through the 30th, and we'll see all the results from that event on the next show. Moving on to the Brewerton Speedway, it's the 30th Hurricane Harvey 75 for the Dirt Car 358 Modifieds. The Dirt Car Sportsman Series will also be on tap as well. It's all part of Super Dirt Week 51. And it'll be at the Brewerton Speedway. And for start times on that event, you can check out superdirtweek.com. Moving on to the Fulton Speedway, it's finally here, the Outlaw 200 weekend, as we kick things off Thursday there on September the 28th. They'll have a Mod Light Championship, a $1,000 to win show for the 4-cylinders, novice sportsmen and hobby stocks there on Thursday. Race time starts at 7 o'clock. Fulton Speedway Outlaw 200 weekend, Friday, September the 29th. It's Fast Friday on the high banks at Fulton. The Empire Super Sprints will be in town, plus a 15-lap 358 modified qualifying sessions. The winners will earn spots 17th through 20 into the 200 on Saturday. And of course, consolation events and heat races for the Sportsman Shootout as well. Racing starts at 7 o'clock. September the 30th, it is on the 37th Outlaw 200. They'll have heats and consolations and last chance showdowns for the 358 modifieds. 15-lap last chance qualifiers as well. And also the $514 Jeremy Pitcher Memorial Pole Dash for the Sportsman. That should be a good one as well. That will all lead into the 50-lap Sportsman Shootout, and then the big one, the 37th running of the Outlaw 200. Remember, it's an all small block field this year, the first time that has happened in quite some time. Racing starts at 5 o'clock, and you can get more information on their social media and their website. Humberstone Speedway, the first of 2 days taking place September the 29th for the 3rd annual Fall Classic. The Southern Ontario Sprints will be there. The Action Sprint Tour National Series will be on hand, along with the Northeast Late Model Alliance. The Crate Late Models will be there. Mini Stocks Duel in the Dirt and the Street Stocks on Friday. Racing starts at 7 p.m. Also on Saturday, the 3rd annual Fall Classic continues September the 30th. Southern Ontario Sprints will be on the card. The Action Sprint Tour National Series wraps up the series championship on that day. The Dirt Car Sportsman will have a special feature there as well, along with the Canadian Street Stock Nationals and Mod Lights. Racing starts at 6 p.m. And also, by the way, another note from the Humberstone Speedway, free camping for all people who are going to attend there, so you're not going to want to miss out on that. There's also a test and tune coming up on Thursday on the 28th of September with the track opening at 6:30 p.m. Weed Sport Speedway will have the Cavalcade Makeup Weekend as October the 3rd, the Dirt Car 358 Modifieds will be on hand. We'll run our 75-lap feature from a couple of weeks ago. Also will be on hand the Empire Super Sprints. Will do the 25-lap makeup, plus a full show for the Dirt Car Sportsman Series for the Sportsman 75-lap Classic. It's going to be a great show over there, and that'll be live on Dirt Vision as well. Orange County Fair Speedway, they're off until the Eastern States weekend, about the third week in October. We'll have more details and information on that in weeks to come. The big one, Super Dirt Week 51 at the Oswego Speedway. Sunday is the kickoff party at the Lighthouse Lanes, the bowling alley just behind the main grandstands at the Oswego Speedway. Monday, they'll have the charity golf tournament at the Radisson Greens in Baldwinsville. Tuesday, the Quarter Midget and Micron Mania, the first time we've ever had that event in the infield at the Oswego Speedway. Wednesday, there'll be a practice session for all divisions if you're looking to take in on that. Thursday is when the real action starts to kick off. The Dirt Car Pro Stock Series and Dirt Car 358 Modified Time Trials and Qualifying Heat Races, part of Thursday Night Thunder at the Oswego Speedway. Friday, the action shifts to the Super Dirt Car Series, the big block modifieds in town, along with the Dirt Car Sportsman Division as well. They'll have their time trials and heat races, part of Friday Night Lights. Saturday, the action's going to really kick into the high gears. We got the Last Chance Showdown for Dirt Car 358 Modified and the Dirt Car Pro Stocks as well. That'll set up the feature events for the Dirt Car Pro Stock Championship 50. Looking forward to that one. And as always, to conclude the night on Saturday, the Salute to the Troops 150 for the Dirt Car 358 Modified Series. Matt Shepard is the defending champion. And moving on over into Sunday, Last Chance Showdowns for the Super Dirt Car Series in preparation for the Billy Whitaker Cars 200. Also, Last Chance Showdowns for the Dirt Car Sportsman Series as well, as we prepare for the Chevy Performance 75 that'll take place right after that. And then the big one, the 51st, Billy Whitaker Cars and Trucks 200 for the Super Dirt Car Series. Matt Shepard won the race last year, sweeping the weekend for an unprecedented second time in his career. Could he do it again? He's got some great equipment underneath him. We'll see what happens as Super Dirt Week 51 approaches at the Clay Palace. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our program right here on In the Dirt. Of course, we want to recognize some of our great sponsors who have made this all possible in 2023. First of all, Disaster RX DKI, Rita Wakers Campground, Draper Doors, and Alexandria Home Hardware. Well, a lot of racing action coming up at your local short track, or one at least nearby you. If you can make it, hopefully you can have a great time, as once again, a lot of big events coming up, including Super Dirt Week 51. I'll be there. I'll be at a racetrack near you as well. You've been watching In the Dirt. We'll see you next week.